Have you ever pondered on what the end times, as depicted in the Bible and Jesus Christ's teachings, might look like in our current world? It's a question that invites us to delve deep into the biblical narrative, exploring not just the prophecies but their relevance to our present day. This journey is not about stoking fears of an apocalyptic end, but rather it's about understanding the signs and preparing ourselves spiritually. The Bible, particularly the book of Revelation, offers a vivid account of the end times filled with symbolism and metaphor. These prophecies, while complex, provide a roadmap for believers, marking out key events and signs to watch for. As we embark on this journey, we'll unravel these signs from deception and wars to natural disasters and the persecution of believers. Each sign holds a significance, a message meant to guide us in these complex times. As we delve into this discussion, keep an open mind and remember these signs are not to instill fear, but to increase awareness and preparedness. The first sign Jesus mentioned in the Bible is deception, particularly by false prophets. In our contemporary world, these false prophets may not always come wearing robes or preaching from pulpits. They could be anyone, anywhere, spreading messages that veer away from the teachings of the Bible. They might use media, politics, or even social platforms to disseminate their distorted interpretations. However, it's crucial to remember that discernment is our first line of defense against such deceptions. It's not about being skeptical of everyone and everything, but rather it's about staying grounded in the teachings of the Bible and Jesus Christ. It's about maintaining a strong spiritual compass that can guide us through the noise and confusion. When we lean on the wisdom of the Scriptures and the teachings of Jesus Christ, we are equipped to recognize and resist these deceptions. Thus, deception is a sign, but awareness and discernment are our shields. The second sign Jesus spoke about was wars and rumors of wars. Now, it's important to understand that wars aren't just physical battles fought with bullets and bombs. They can also be ideological, pitting one set of beliefs against another, or even economic, where nations strive for dominance through financial maneuvers and sanctions. Take a look around the globe today. There are hotspots of conflict and tensions simmering beneath the surface, from the ongoing strife in the Middle East to the power struggles in Eastern Europe, from the territorial disputes in South China Sea to the ideological battles that play out in the virtual world of cyberspace. But remember, war isn't always about destruction. It can also be a catalyst for change, for progress, for the eventual establishment of peace. It's a paradox that's hard to grasp, but essential to understand. Despite the turmoil, remember these signs are but the beginning of birth pains. Natural disasters are the third sign Jesus mentioned. Our planet seems to be in a constant state of turmoil. Hurricanes, earthquakes, wildfires, and floods are becoming more prevalent, wreaking havoc on communities across the globe. From the wildfires that have scorched vast expanses of Australia and California, to the devastating hurricanes in the Caribbean, and the earthquakes that have shaken the very foundation of countries like Japan and Mexico. These disasters are not isolated incidents. They are part of a pattern, an escalating trend. The frequency and intensity of these events have been steadily increasing over the years. Scientists tell us that this is due to climate change. And while that's certainly part of the equation, it's also important not to overlook the spiritual significance of these events. In the context of the end times, these natural disasters serve as stark reminders, forcing us to confront the reality of our mortality. As we witness these events, we are reminded of the impermanence of our earthly existence. The fourth sign is the persecution of believers. As we navigate through the complexities of our current world, we see countless instances of this sign. Believers across various faiths face trials and tribulations, often for simply holding firm to their faith. From social ostracization to more extreme forms of persecution, the stories of brave believers standing firm in their faith despite adversity echo around the globe. In countries where freedom of religion is not a given, believers often bear the brunt of societal norms. They face discrimination, oppression, and sometimes even physical harm. But it's essential to remember these trials are not a symbol of defeat, but a testament to their unwavering faith. Despite the challenges, their faith remains unshaken, their spirit undeterred. They are the living embodiment of the biblical verse, "In this world you will have trouble. But take heart, I have overcome the world." In times of persecution, remember, Blessed are those who are persecuted because of righteousness. Now that we've explored the signs, what does this mean for us today? We've journeyed through a biblical perspective, uncovered the nature of deception, analyzed the concept of wars and rumors of wars, scrutinized the occurrence of natural disasters, and discussed the persecution of believers. Each of these signs, as depicted in the Bible and the teachings of Jesus Christ, carry profound implications for our lives and the world around us. It's critical to remember that these signs are not intended to inspire dread or predict inevitable doom. Instead, they serve as reminders for us all. They are gentle nudges, encouraging us to live righteously, to maintain our spiritual readiness, and to stay vigilant in our faith. When we talk about deception, it's a call to discernment, to be on guard against false prophets and misleading teachings that veer us off the course of genuine faith. Wars, rumors of wars, and natural disasters. These remind us of the fragility of our world and the need for peace, compassion, and stewardship of the earth. The persecution of believers underscores the importance of standing firm in our faith, even in the face of adversity. In essence, these signs are prompts, urging us to stay spiritually prepared. They remind us to continually cultivate a personal relationship with our faith, to remain grounded in our beliefs, and to live a life that reflects these values. They inspire us to be vigilant, to be steadfast, and to be resilient in our spiritual journey. But most importantly, these signs remind us of the central tenet of our faith: love for our fellow human beings, love for our world, and love for the divine. In the face of these signs, we are called to respond with love, kindness, and compassion, fostering a deeper connection with our faith and those around us. In understanding these signs, we find not fear, but a call to spiritual readiness and a deeper connection with our faith. Let's take a look at some signs that were evident in 2024. Over the past year, we've seen numerous events and trends that resonate with the biblical signs we've discussed. From the rise of misinformation and deception in digital spaces to escalating global conflicts and the increasing frequency and severity of natural disasters due to climate change, we've also witnessed the persecution of believers in various parts of the world. These events, while distressing, provide us with an opportunity to reflect on the relevance of biblical prophecies in our contemporary world. When we see deception, let's remember our call to discernment. When we hear of wars and rumors of wars, let's reflect on the need for peace and compassion. When we witness natural disasters, let's be reminded of our responsibility to care for the earth. And when we learn of the persecution of believers, let's stand firm in our faith and pray for resilience. These events from 2024 are not mere coincidences. They align with the biblical signs we've been discussing, reinforcing their relevance and urgency. As we reflect on these signs from 2024, we are reminded of the importance of staying spiritually prepared. They serve as a wake-up call, urging us to cultivate a deeper connection with our faith, to live righteously, and to respond to adversity with love, kindness, and compassion. As we move forward, let's keep these signs in mind, standing firm in our faith and embodying the love and compassion that form the bedrock of our beliefs.